I feel fortunate in that, early on, my dad and my two older brothers really gave me a wonderful alley-oop in that they were all into basketball, diehards, and I caught the bug. And growing up in New York, where you got 700 outdoor playgrounds, you know, everybody plays ball. Dean Member just said it best. If you don't play ball, you can't hang. And for me, I was a nerdy kid. I was reading comic books and I had great grades and, I didn't know how to like dress fly and I didn't have no funds. So the way I got cool was because I played ball. And once I got into ball, that got me into sneakers and the cats that I used to run with, all into hip hop. And so, we used to trade the tapes. That just led me to this beautiful life. Whether I was gonna make money off of it or not, I knew I was gonna be listening to hip hop. I knew I was gonna care about music. I knew I was gonna be playing ball. So crazy story. Last night, I was digging for 7 Inches online, and this label just released the Artifacts like reissue of an older joint. I come here to the 24/7 HH studio, and brother got the Artifacts T-shirt, and it's like, yo, like Artifacts is on my brain cells right now. Bust out back in I think 91, maybe 92. Me and Stretch were on WKCR 89.9 FM, and we had gotten banned from having artists in the studio because someone had come up to our station and defaced the property. So the management was like, yo, y'all can't have no MCs up there, whatever, whatever. So bingo, I had the light bulb, ching, and I said, yo, why don't we have MCs call up and rhyme? And we'll have like a contest. And so all these cats called up. One was Tame, one was Elder Vicente. I didn't know how to say Elder Sensei, so I called him Elder Vicente. And they both, they won the contest. And so by virtue of that, I was like, yo, y'all can come up to the station next week as soon as we can have guests again and live on, rhyme live. And, in that era, that was a big deal to be on Me and Stretch's show because every artist from Nas, Biggie to Mobb Deep, Big Pun had came up unsigned and then wound up, moving on to do very great things. So they came up, beautiful brothers, mad cool. We all wound up becoming friends. They wound up becoming cool with another unsigned group called Souls of Mischief, who were also cool with another unsigned artist named Curious, and that became a collective. A lot of people don't know that. That was like this like bi-coastal crew, Hiro, Artifacts, Curious, and then Stretch was working at Big Beat Atlantic at the time. He wound up signing Artifacts, and that's how they wound up getting out to the world. So crazy random story, it's just a phone call changed their lives. Radio that changed lives. That was the name of the last film. One of the first moments that I realized that hard work and creating your own good luck could pay off was in 1987. I had been cut 3 years in a row from my Wesleyan University varsity squad. But instead of letting that, hold me back and losing my passion for basketball, that just, was just like, whatever. Like, I don't need the school to validate that I'm a passionate ball player and I love this game. So I kept on playing. I kept on getting better, And then I was in the park at the GOAT, where I grew up, which is also known as Rocksteady Park. Crazy Legs, Ken Swift, Doze, they all used to be in the back breaking while I was playing 5-on-5, while I was playing horse, while I was playing 21. And a scout from the Puerto Rico Pro League saw me playing that day and, walked up to me and he was like, yo, I'm going to make a call for you to play. And I want to become my school's second professional player in the history of the program. When that happened, it was like a light bulb went in my head, like, wow, like, I can live a life of self-determination. And I'm not going to say more about that moment because it's a beautiful scene in the film, Rock Rubber 45s. And I really encourage people to watch it, to get the whole layers of it, how it relates to my father and my family. And, but yeah, that was a beautiful moment. I'm so thankful for it. I feel fortunate in that, early on, my dad and my two older brothers really gave me a wonderful alley-oop in that they were all into basketball, diehards, and I caught the bug. Once I caught the fever for that, and growing up in New York where you got 700 outdoor playgrounds, everybody plays ball. Dean Member just said it best. If you don't play ball, you can't hang. And for me, I was a nerdy kid. I was reading comic books and I had great grades and, I didn't know how to like dress fly and I didn't have no funds. So the way I got cool was because I played ball. And, and this is detailed in my film Rock Rubber 45. The way I was able to escape bullying and being abused and stuff like that was by playing ball. That was my out. And once I got into ball, that got me into sneakers. And the cats that I used to run with, all into hip hop. And so, we used to trade the tapes of Grandmaster Flash, Flash is on the beat, boss going, and all the underground tapes, of the time. And that just led me to this beautiful life. Whether I was gonna make money off of it or not, I knew I was gonna be listening to hip hop. I knew I was gonna care about music. I knew I was gonna be playing ball. The fact that I was able to make money off of those things just empowered me really to be like, when I left Def Jam in '93, I embarked on a mission like, okay, I have all these interests and now I don't have a job. One of my earliest freelance jobs in '93 after I left Def Jam was I was given private instruction. Now that's a big deal, one-on-one instruction for basketball. Back then, I didn't know anybody doing one-on-ones. You went to basketball clinics, you went to basketball camps. But, I've always been a dude that, another jewel for the, is that I share in the film, figure out what's missing, fill the void. As a freelance, I've always done that. So, that's how I've been able to go for 25 years, just constantly reinventing myself, just by filling the voids. Yo, what's up? This is Bobbito Garcia, aka Kool Bob Love. Worldwide, 24/7 HH, rock on.